Hi everyone and welcome back to our Crybaby Whims challenge. Rosalie is doing a bit of homework because she just woke up. It's kind of late in the day for her, so she's kind of freaking out because she needs to be productive and she slept in because of her, well, a date with Valentino, I guess. She did stay pretty much up all night. Because right now it's almost 11 p.m. That's super late for her, so she's kind of freaking out but still feeling obviously very flirty in the background. So she's just feeling also very confident and oh my gosh, she wants to kiss someone. Rosalie, what are you doing? I was just gonna talk about some interesting things that I discovered. So when you look at her relationship with Valentino, it's like all kind of, relatively normal. They had a bit of romantic interaction, so they are romantic interests. But what's kind of amazing is that they're both smitten with each other with barely any romance, but it gets even better. Because when I go to Rosalie's milestones, she actually fell in love with Valentino. It's so much deeper than I thought. She maybe doesn't really want to fully admit it to herself yet, but she definitely did fall for him already. But now that that reality is hitting her, she doesn't quite know what to do with herself, because what if she just runs into him on the hallway and how did they even interact? Did they just interact friendly? Did they pretend like nothing happened until they decide to formally address it? Or did they just become all lovey together? What did they do? So she doesn't quite know. So maybe doing all this homework is a bit of an excuse because she doesn't really want to run into him because she doesn't know what to do. So let me just see, where is he? Is he maybe in his room? No, he's not sleeping in. So let me see where he could be. So he's just kind of maybe somewhere downstairs, or maybe he's, oh yeah, he just returned from somewhere. So he's just out and about. So we could definitely run into him. So I don't really know how to approach this, and neither does Rosalie. I'm thinking that maybe she needs a bit of friendly advice. So how about we go and hang out with her best friend Elliot if he's somewhere around and ask him what does he think. Oh, he's just here next to the keg. Are we gonna be hanging out that way? I really don't think so. Oh, he's cleaning up. Everyone is finally cleaning up for once, so that's good. But maybe we should just call you over and just try to tell you that we have something to talk about, and that something is right here. Oh my gosh, he's getting kind of, oh, he's looking a little bit sad, but did you see him freaking out about Rosalie? And she's not even here. Oh, she is. Okay, she just walked by and he ran away. So I feel like they're both feeling a little bit awkward about the entire thing. But anyway, we found Elliot, so let's just tell him that we need to talk to him kind of urgently, and we probably shouldn't be doing it here because we have all these people that could be listening, and we also have this stinky pea bush. So maybe we should just go somewhere and talk about things. And I'm sure that Elliot has noticed that something was going on. I mean, Rosalie did stay out all night. That's really out of character for her. So I'm sure that he wants to ask some questions as well. They don't really have a lot of places to go. It's basically just a library on the pub, but I think that the pub is a little bit more appropriate for this hangout. We made it to the pub. I see that Ewan's here. Hopefully he's not going to be listening in because I think that this conversation should stay kind of private, but let's maybe just go inside and order some drinks. So I'm gonna order them just a glass of wine, something kind of relaxed so they can just sit and chat. Chastity, I heard that you found someone new. How'd you trick them into thinking you're worth loving? That is so messed up. We need to tell Elliot that that just happened because that is just absolutely unhinged. Oh, Victor's somewhere around. He's in the conversation. I don't oh, and Chastity's here. Did she hear that we were telling Elliot about someone? Because that's basically the point. Oh my gosh, we need to go upstairs so we're away from all the people because this is just way too much. We need to go just sit here together, just get away from everyone because there's people that we know everywhere. There's Kirsten, Brinley, Yuang, and we also have Chastity downstairs and Victor. So we really need to get some privacy urgently. It did just cross my mind, however, that this is where she was with Valentino. So I guess that it's kind of really appropriate to be here, right? So let's maybe just start chatting about what happened and tell Elliot that she was away with someone. So that's something to discuss. So I guess that she would admit to her best friend that it was Valentino. So what do you think about him? I know that we asked about Valentino a bit ago when she didn't really know him that well. I think that Elliot said that he doesn't know him either, but let's try again because it's been a while. So let's see, what do you think about Valentino? It's Valentino, and he's what? Valentino? That guy? He doesn't talk to anyone. How come you two were out? That's so weird. And I don't know, she looks a bit concerned. And he literally says I haven't had a pleasure of meeting him. We lived together for so long. Or he's even pranking her. He's being so silly. But no, seriously, they lived together for basically so long and he just doesn't really know anything about him. Kind of weird that Rosalie's just so into him. How come they even managed to talk? So, that's interesting. I guess it kind of checks out because Valentino did say that he's awkward with other people, and that's the reason why he didn't even know how to approach Rosalie. So fair enough, it's just kind of like unfortunate for him. So she's just explaining what happened, which isn't much, but they were, here, and they just kind of cuddled and fell asleep after a long night of talking. There's not really much to it. It's still pretty innocent, but she did realize that she actually likes him. He doesn't seem that amused though. If anything, he's trying to tell her that maybe she shouldn't rush into it like this, which is fair. I feel like it's just kind of unexpected from Elliot. And she's saying goodbye to Elliot, I think, because she did wave goodbye, so I feel like their conversation ended here. But no, I really don't want it to, so let's maybe just go and play a game here together. Oh, we can't. I feel like Elliot actually is ready to leave, so we can't even play this game with him. Oh, and he's pranking her again. What's happening with him today? That's so much. He never did that before. But yeah, she just left him. She doesn't really know how to continue this conversation. Yeah, Elliot is literally leaving, so she's still feeling a bit confused, doesn't really know how to approach the Valentino situation because Elliot didn't really give her any advice. If anything, he kind of implied to stay away from everything because it was weird. And she's turning around to look at the couch where they fell asleep. She probably needs some friend advice still, so I think that she would maybe even try to, oh, Harmony's somewhere around. I'm still gonna just send her a message. I don't want to go chat with her, but maybe we should also like chat with Lola, especially because her wedding should be coming up, so we should be asking about that, because I did say that they were gonna get married during summer, and tomorrow is actually first day of summer, so who knows, maybe they're actually getting married tomorrow. We should double check. So that's kind of exciting, isn't it? And maybe she could just like say to Lola that she's kind of sort of seeing someone, but she's not really fully sure what to think of it, but she would really appreciate Lola's support, and I'm sure that Lola would really be there for her after everything that Rosalie did for her. So I'm hoping that at least we'll get some support from Lola, and if anything, we'll hopefully just see her at the wedding. Oh, and the romance festival is happening right now. That's kind of huge for Rosalie, obviously, because she loves love. She's all about that stuff, and it's in the city. She hasn't been in the city ever since she was a child, so she probably misses the city. She loved Henford and Bagley, but Sanmei Shuno is where she grew up, and she probably heard a lot about this festival, but she was always too young to go. So I'm sure that she was always really curious. Now she's an adult and she gets to go places and experience things. I think that she would really love to go, and it's really good because there's this like romance guru and everything. It's really good for the book research, isn't it? So I feel like it's kind of smart to go there, but I'm not gonna send her right now. I'll wait for just like a tiny bit to see if Valentino maybe invites her. If not, we'll just go either by ourselves or maybe even invite Valentino with us, but we'll just wait it out for a second. Maybe just have her like study or something, just keep herself a little bit busy, still on the couch where she was with Valentino, so she just can't get over that little situation. That's so cute. But it is 6 p.m, no one called quite yet, so I feel like maybe, especially because she's feeling quite flirty now, she would kind of want to go to the festival, take matters into her own hands. So I think that we will travel to the Festival of Romance. Oh, and she can't actually take Valentino. Interesting. Well, we'll see if we can invite him when we get there, because, for the book research. She made it to the festival, still feeling so flirty. I think that inviting him over would kind of make sense, right? Let's just try to invite him, see if he's willing to come over. If not, we can just experience things ourselves, because still, regardless of him being here or not, she will learn a lot here. Oh, he will be right over though. Oh, there he is, getting excited to see her. This is a little bit awkward. Victor is inviting her to the romance festival. I mean, she's right here, and she actually has not really a date, but she is here with someone, and this is just a friendly thing. Well, didn't we say that he actually has a bit of a crush on her? Did he invite her over for a date in the last episode? So yeah, maybe this is kind of like a sneaky little date invite. Either way, she's here with someone, so of course we have to say no, but I am getting a bit concerned. Anyway, let's go say hi to Valentino, who's looking a little bit sad. I wonder what that is all about, but let's try to cheer him up a little bit. Oh, Victor's calling once again. I knew it! I literally just talked about it! So this is going to sound crazy. I know we're friends and all, but okay, here it goes. I have a crush on you! No, Victor! I knew it! Everything was leading up to this. No. As soon as she literally started talking to Valentino, I low-key wish that he was just like a bit quicker with it, because I always kind of liked Victor, but it's just way too late now. If you did this like years ago when they were still in school, then maybe, but right now, I have to say, let's just be friends. You're kind of lucky that we're not ghosting you just because you are a really good friend. So no thank you. I'm so sorry. I really like Victor though. That's just so sad. sad. It's so upsetting. Anyway, let's just pretend that never happened and try to talk to Valentino, who is looking a little bit sad, but maybe let's just try to hype him up for the festival. Mention the flirty vibes. Oh, he's literally crying. But maybe just discussing the festival a little bit will make him feel a little bit better. Tell him why we're here. Maybe just do like a little, you know, I picked this rose before you came here, so I just want to give that to you. Did he just blow her a kiss? And we have this like townie spawning in the middle. Oh my gosh. But she just offered him this rose that she picked up just to kind of show what kind of flowers they have around, which is so sweet. And that made him flirty. You know what? Okay, let's go to the actual festival because we were just like standing here in front of it for like so long. I think that the most important thing would be here to like go and pour some tea together. And then the star of the show, go talk to the romance guru. Ask about their general wisdom, but maybe just like out of curiosity, ask about your romantic destiny as well. Rosalie's chatting with the guru, so let's see what they're going to be saying about some wisdom and then potentially about her romantic destiny. So let's see. And she has to be taking some really good notes here, so she kind of makes sure to include everything in the book, what kind of stuff the gurus are saying. To love or not to love, that is the question. Sure is, but let me maybe ask about my destiny then. Do we love or not love? What do we do? So please tell me. It's looking pretty good, right? That's not looking bad. So far, she's looking kind of optimistic. So let's see what she's going to be saying. Oh, Rosalie seems happy. Okay, that's good. You're sure to find your destiny soon. Oh, that's interesting. Well, she just met up with Valentino again. He got a little bit separated when she was talking to the guru. He didn't really understand any of that stuff, so he went to explore the festival by himself. They have a personality impression, and it's a good one. So they can kind of just chat. She can tell him like TLDR of what the guru said, so he's at least in the loop since they're working on this together. But oh my gosh, Valentino did notice that there is a bit of romantic music playing at the festival, so he asked Rosalie for a little dance so they can like chat and dance. So that's actually so cute. But anyway, let's maybe just like ask him, maybe just like a deep conversation, ask him what does he think about the festival, maybe just like a bit of sweet talking, just because of the festival vibes, nothing else. Oh, they're doing like cute little whispers and stuff. But he says actually while she was talking to Guru, he got her a little present just so they kind of remember this festival that they went on together, which is so sweet of him actually. Oh, they're still whispering and stuff, and he got her this little snow globe, which is so cute. Oh, and she's giving him a rose back. That is so cute. Another rose. A rose from Rosalie must be quite special, right? Oh, a rose with a message. Every day we share together, we're creating our own fairy tale. I look forward to our happily ever after. I mean, that's really like Rosalie core, isn't it? But that's just so intense. I had them go sit here together next to the wedding arch, which actually reminded Rosalie that Lola's wedding is coming up and she might need a date. Pretty much everyone there will have a date, and it's gonna be like all the people that she knows already. So maybe it's gonna be kind of nice to have someone to kind of freshen things up a bit, so it's not all just people that went to school together and nothing else. Oh my gosh, she's reading him some love poetry, some things that she definitely wrote by herself. But I wanted to say, oh my gosh, he loves it. But I wanted to say maybe she should ask him to be her date for he's reading her some back. I mean, they're both in like literature, so I guess they're exchanging poems. That's so sweet. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to say, but they're just being so lovey-dovey together that I haven't had a chance to, that she's basically asking him to be her date for the wedding, which is probably tomorrow. So that's kind of huge, isn't it? Oh my gosh, are you for real? Why are you here? They're so flirty. They're absolutely loving this festival. This is some really good book research. Oh, this is way too cute. I just wanted them to like take a little photo together so they have it, so they can like remember it. But this is adorable. This is like genuinely so stupidly cute. Maybe we can try out some like romantic poses. Look at that. Just so we kind of see it. Okay, this one's like a little scary, but I get the intention. This is so cute. That's like so cute. But you know what? It's midnight already. I feel like I should probably send them to go home because I don't want them to stay up all night. Oh, she's doing some more poetry. She absolutely loves it, and so does he, so I guess I'm not gonna complain. But oh, what do they do now? They're holding hands under this like wedding charge. That's kind of like intense, isn't it? But no, I wanted to say I want to send them home because it is quite late. I don't want them to stay up all night, especially if it's Lola's and Kai's wedding tomorrow. She wants to be super well rested for it, and she is getting a little bit hungry. I did consider grabbing them some food here, but it is late. We should go. Oh my gosh, this is the second night in a row that she's coming back with Valentino, and everyone has noticed. That's so awkward. I feel like she wouldn't really want it to be like so in the so in the spotlight, but she just like gave her a little kiss and ran off in front of everyone. That is so silly. That is so silly. I feel like Brinley is super interested, but what do we do? Oh, we do need to hook you up with someone. You know what? I actually maybe should look into it. So maybe let me just kind of see if we can do that with anyone. Oh, I feel like they're gonna go for a keg stand. Really? They are doing a keg stand. That's so silly. I kind of love that Rosalie's up for doing all of these things. Usually she wouldn't, but being kind of like silly and going on these dates, it's just kind of making her all happy and giggly, which is so cute. But anyway, I wanted to see if we can maybe find someone for Brinley, because I did say ages ago that we kind of have to, and we don't really have any decent options here because we do have Ewan here, who's an absolute sweetie, but I did mention Amber earlier, and I can just talk about this here, but I'm not going to deal with it. Amber and Ewan, they hang out together all the time. I haven't really had a chance to like catch it during the episode and mention it, but they're like constantly in each other's room and they talk so much. I feel like we should kind of intervene and see if they want to get together, but because of that, I'm obviously not gonna hook up Brinley and Ewan, so we staying away from him, and that's kind of it. Obviously Colton is first of all gay, second of all with Elliot. These people, I don't know who they are. Kirsten is a bit of a strange option. Kirsten does come over to the dorm sometimes, so she probably does actually know people here other than, well, she does actually know half the dorm, like Colton, Elliot, and Rosalie, obviously. So she comes over a lot. I feel like she met Brinley at some point, but I don't know what Kirsten is into. To be fair, I don't know about Brinley either, but I guess because she was technically with Trey, she's into men, at least that we know of, that's all. So maybe Victor, would Victor be a bit of a weird one because he does have a crush on Rosalie? It kind of feels like we're just trying to forward him to someone. I feel like we did that with Angelique and they obviously didn't really work out, but maybe this would be like a second try for Victor to redeem him and to give him a happy love story because it obviously failed, and for Brinley because we messed up. So let's try for Victor. And because Rosalie is in such a flirty mood, she would kind of be up to doing a bit of trouble, and she does seem kind of giddy, so I feel like that's kind of cute. But Rosalie, let's just send you to sleep, or actually maybe grab some food. Yeah, we have some food here, and we actually have Ewan here, so I'm kind of feeling, because she is in such a like flirty, silly little goofy mood, how about we try and just like make things happen? We're trying to make it happen with Brinley and Victor, but why not, since I mentioned it, try to make it happen with Ewan and Amber? Why not? Let's just give it a go. So like pretty much everyone is going to be coupled up, and oh, Amber just came back, so they could literally just like potentially get together right now if this works out well, right? Oh no, who died? Oh, a horse. Oh, okay, Lily technically died. She died ages ago. Horses are just a little bit bugged for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And Amber sounds like a catch. I'll introduce myself. Okay, that's sweet. He can't get to her right now. Oh, and Victor is here. What are you doing here in the middle of the night? You know what, before we mess things up, because right now we're on a bit of a winning streak, maybe I should just send Rosalie to go to sleep. Oh my gosh, look at Victor being so giddy about Rosalie. That is so awkward, especially because she's trying to actually just like send him over to someone else. Oh, but she's hanging out with Amber, probably asking, why don't you go talk to you? And I feel like he has something to say to you. Oh, we're doing just way too much. I feel like Elliot sees that she's fully in her element, but she does need to go to sleep. So you just go sleep after a really long day and a hopefully successful day of putting people together. I guess including herself potentially. So much like stuff happening for them all at once. I guess that festival really was so successful. But anyway, she should actually get up. It is kind of more reasonable time for getting up than yesterday. I'm gonna have her get herself feel a little bit better, get ready for the day, maybe send her do a little jog, because I said I wanted to have her do that a little bit more often. I kind of forgot that she still wants to kiss someone, so that's definitely on her mind, and I have a feeling like she has a candidate for it. Oh no, she's jogging around and I noticed that this statue is defaced. Someone should clean that. That's looking so sad and ugly. That's just so unfortunate, isn't it? But she just finished her jog, so let's maybe just see. Like, I still don't know how to handle the situation with Valentino. Like, what do we do around the dorm when he's around? Like, he's still sleeping, but like, do we talk to him? Do we just like flirt openly? He kissed her on the cheek in front of everyone. I feel like everyone kind of freaked out there. Like, oh my god, he's not even talking to people and he's like kissing Rosalie. Like, that is a lot, isn't it? So it's a bit of a shock for everyone, not just Rosalie, honestly. But anyway, I'm gonna have her grab herself some breakfast, and today is probably a big day. Maybe we should actually just like chat with Lola some more, just to kind of double check all the info for the wedding, but it should be today. So she's calling Lola, and Lola says that she actually wants to come over because she has something that she wants to talk about with Rosalie. Oh, here is Lola, so let's say hi to her, ask her how she's feeling. Oh, she's feeling a little bit scared. I mean, it is the morning of her wedding. They're having like a little evening wedding in Sulani, so it's still like a few hours away, but she is feeling still a little bit stressed out. I mean, no wonder, it's her wedding day, so she must be feeling like a little bit stressed. So she's just kind of like running around, and she wanted to just really quickly, if she has time, come to ask Rosalie if she wants to be not only the sim of honor at her wedding, but actually something a little bit more. Oh no, she's being a little bit mean. Why? She wanted to ask her to officiate the wedding. She's just having some little mood swings there, but she wanted to ask her to officiate the wedding, which makes a lot of sense, and Rosalie said yes because she's the one who put Kai and Lola together, and she supported her through her pregnancy and school and everything. It just kind of makes sense, and I feel like Rosalie would be really good for this role. So that's basically all Lola wanted to do. So she left already. I didn't have a chance to say goodbye, but we still have a good few hours, so maybe I'm kind of thinking let's go upstairs, and well, we actually have a lot of investigating that we need to do. Maybe ask Amber, because we did do a lot of like little mischief last night. We could be asking if you did actually approach Ewan, what happened with that situation, because I have no idea if they actually ended up talking. So let's see. Oh, it's just so stinky and messy here. This is a bit of a nightmare to have this conversation, but let's just ask real quick. So, did it work? Oh, I think that they're still just friends. Well, since we are asking about updates, maybe we could actually try to track down Brinley if she's home to ask her the same thing, but I don't really see her anywhere, so I guess that we'll just deal with that a little bit later at some point. Instead, I sent Rosalie to her room to maybe work on her little information thing, presentation for her class, so she just kind of is a little bit ahead on it because she has to put in a lot of work. She's being kind of clumsy because she can't really find Brinley right now. I think that Valentino is either not home or asleep, so I can't really find him anywhere, and we still have a good few hours until the wedding, so she can maybe work on that until then. But while Rosalie is working on her little presentation for university and waiting for the wedding to happen, we actually have to go ahead and plan the wedding itself. So we're going to be jumping from Brightchester all the way to San Sequoia and go to Lola and Kai and their children, which you can see that we actually have quite a few of. We obviously have little Christina, who's already a child, which is huge. We have their little infant Magdalena, but we also have Skylar, who is, I think, what I gathered from makeovers, I'm not totally sure, their adopted child. I think that he is a child of the Sulani townie Alika, and it kind of makes sense because Kai is from Sulani and he probably heard about a neighbor passing away who had a young child, and they just decided to adopt him. And I think that it's pretty recent because their relationships are not really that high, and he actually has a want to become friends with Lola, so that's like probably a fresh adoption, which is really sweet of them. But anyway, let's plan this wedding. So we have a wedding ceremony, obviously bride and groom we already know. Sims of honor. So Kai has asked Victor to be his sim of honor because they've been best friends literally from the start. When they went to school, they were always best friends, and Lola and Victor don't really like each other. I'm not really sure why, because Victor is genuinely just like a great guy, but I think that he poked a bit too much fun about the pregnancy and stuff, so she just kind of resents him for that. So they're not really great friends, but she'll just have to deal with it because he is Kai's best friend, so he's gonna be a sim of honor. The officiant we already know is Rosalie, which is just so fitting and so amazing. The flower pal is gonna be Christina, and the ring bearer makes sense to be Skylar then as well. I'm not really gonna bother sending them all like down the aisle and everything. It's just, we're not gonna be doing anything with them, to be honest, but just so you kind of see the intention there. But let's look at the guests. It doesn't matter really because we'll just invite the club and everyone's gonna be at the wedding, but we do have to select some official guests, so we'll do that anyway. Oh my gosh, these are all their like teachers from high school. That's so so sweet. But anyway, let's obviously invite Angelique. Again, doesn't matter because everyone's gonna be there. Oh, Zafira, you're kind of good friends. Okay, she's not in the club. We can invite her. And we have Angelica, Alexandra, Hayami. Oh, Chastity. Well, the thing is, Lola would invite Chastity regardless of what happened between Chastity and Rosalie because these two used to be best friends. Well, that fell apart like really long time ago. But still, Lola would probably feel at the very least obligated to invite Chastity, and they don't hate each other, they're just not close anymore. So that's, I guess, appropriate. It makes sense. But I would encourage you to go on the family tree and read Chastity's description. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of lore that I never managed to really mention during episodes about Chastity, and you might be surprised. She's not as nice as you would maybe think. Well, she's definitely starting to show it in episodes as well, but Chastity is a really twisted character in my opinion. The link to the family tree is in the description. I haven't had a chance to show it off like in the video yet because it's not like fully finished. We're getting there, but if you do want to see Chastity's description, it is finished and you should if you're interested. But anyway, Lindsay, Layla, a lot of them, like pretty much everyone is young adults now, but I haven't given them makeovers, so they still look like teenagers. I'll get to that eventually, but they will still look like teens at the wedding, which is a bit unfortunate. Elliot, I know that Elliot and Lola don't really like each other. I'm not really sure why, but they always kind of yelled at each other at school. They always argued. Still, he's obviously invited. Kirsten, Victor. Oh, Victor's actually a sim of honor. We don't have to invite him. Melanie, she hates. I mean, she's gonna be there anyway, but that's like so weird. And Zeke, of course, he's also really good friends with Kai. So the activities I'm gonna keep simple, just to have like bare minimum, just have them get married. So exchange vows, spousal kiss, and just like dancing and feast. That's definitely something that they'll be doing. I'm gonna skip this part so you don't see the outfits. And now where they're getting married. Obviously they live in Santa Sequoia because that's where Lola lived and this is where she stayed during first pregnancy, second pregnancy, just to make things easier. She didn't really want to move like midway through the pregnancy. That would be like so exhausting. And Kai moved in eventually with her, but he really misses Sulani. He's desperate to go back to Sulani, and now that they don't really have any, well, they have a young child, they have an infant, but they are kind of more willing to go back to Sulani, so they decided to get married in Sulani as well. So we'll go have like a beach evening wedding in Sulani before they officially finally are ready to actually move back to Sulani. So this is like a little extra sweet layer to that. So let's go have that wedding right now. Well, first few people have arrived at the wedding. Lola's still not in her wedding dress because she's just trying to make things like ready. So she's serving a bit of food for everyone, so everything is prepared for when all the guests arrive. Oh, we can't get to this one. Okay, at least we have some food here then. But maybe just like fill some drinks with everything, a bit of punch for everyone. So everything is kind of ready. So okay, we have everything prepared here, and I feel like a lot of the guests are arriving, so I feel like it's almost time to actually kick off the wedding. Oh gosh, Lola is chatting with Victor and Chastity and Angelique, so yeah, all the gang is getting together, but it is getting a little bit awkward because I feel like Rosalie's not gonna be too happy to see Chastity. Right now, she's just busy talking to Valentino. She does actually have a lot of people that she needs to introduce, kind of catch him up on everything, what's happening, who are all these people, so he's just like not feeling fully lost during this entire wedding, and he really appreciates the advice, which is sweet, especially because he is awkward with people, so this event must be quite stressful, but he does seem to be wanting to be here. Oh no! Weren't you aware that Victor already has a partner? I'm so sorry, Brinley. We messed up there. But yeah, I'm sure that he appreciates this, and he does want to be here for Rosalie because she invited him, so that's kind of the situation there. But I think that we are kind of all ready, so I think that the guests should maybe be seated. So everyone is grabbing a seat, which is amazing. Rosalie is already in her position, and I feel like Lola is ready as well. So I think that we should exchange vows with the officiant and kiss. I see that people are like sitting in the aisle, which is definitely not ideal, is it? But it's a really casual beach evening wedding, so it's not a big deal, but it's definitely not super great. They're literally like running up the aisle, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But now we at least get to see what Lola's looking like for the wedding, and they're both like so adorable, and I feel like Rosalie is just so excited that this is happening and that she's officiating the wedding. That's like huge, isn't it? Oh, it's looking so cute. I love it. Oh, she's crying. Look at her. That's so sweet. I'm really glad that we're doing this wedding. This is so cute. And Rosalie's so excited. Are they gonna be exchanging the rings now? Let's take a look at that. Oh my gosh, they're doing the rings. That's so cute. Rosalie's just losing her mind in the background. She's just so happy. Her biggest success ever. And the lights just turned on as soon as they're about to kiss. The timing is perfect. There we go. And they're officially married. Let's have all of the guests join in on the celebration and throw some rice. That's so cute. Look at that. There's like so many of them. Everyone's just so happy and celebrating. I love that so much. But now after the actual like stressful real part of it is over, I think that we should just go and just like have a meal together, because like all of this was just so like a lot. I mean, it was lovely and it didn't like take very long. Everything worked just as it should have. But you know, weddings can be kind of stressful. They just wanted to get this out of the way so they can just celebrate with the people that they love. So now they get to do that. I'm not really sure where Valentino is. Oh, he's just here grabbing some food. But let me see who Rosalie is gonna sit with, because she doesn't have to babysit Valentino all night. He can just like socialize a bit. He can be with her if he wants to. He can hang out with other people. It's completely fine. She just appreciates him being there. But she's sitting with Angelica and not really any other familiar faces. But we have like, oh, a Valentino is coming to sit next to her. Okay, that's sweet. I guess that he does want to hang out. She just wanted to go chat with Angelique though. My game's being so laggy. I really hope it's not bothering you. But she is trying to mingle. He does want to be with her, but if he wants to, we can just have that happen. Ask him what does he think about everything. Is he having a lot of fun? Oh, we need to give a speech, right? That would kind of make a lot of sense. But maybe just like do like a little joke about, I don't know, weddings. Maybe they could include that in the book. But I feel like someone should do a speech somewhere. Maybe Kai can have his big moment now, because he hasn't really done much right now, poor thing. So he's gonna be doing a speech like in front of everyone. That must be like a little bit scary, but he's doing the speech and everyone is listening. So I really hope that it goes really well for him. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. I really love that we're doing this wedding. After this, we could do a bit of dancing, so we kind of make things a little bit fun, because it is definitely time to go and like dance and have fun with this. The speech is quite lovely, so that's amazing. But I see that some people are already like eager to dance, so we probably should go and have gather for the first dance. Maybe they should actually do that. Well, not quite on the dance floor, maybe because this person is doing some awful singing, but they're doing their little first dance. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. But I think that we should let everyone dance, so let's just have everyone go and have guests dance. I just caught Rosalie daydreaming about Valentino once again. So it's only appropriate for these two to actually hang out together, and while everyone is dancing, they can also dance together, just like they did yesterday at the romance festival, but this time it's at a wedding. Even more intense, isn't it? They're still hanging out here together, kind of away from everyone to have a bit of peace, but this is bringing out Rosalie's lover personality, and I can definitely see it. She's very flirty and he's feeling confident, so maybe she actually wants to make her wants finally come true, and maybe it is time to actually she loves physical intimacy. Well, that's perfect, because I wanted to do something that would definitely be along those lines and finally have them have their first kiss, because she wanted to. She doesn't have that want anymore, unfortunately, but she wanted to kiss someone, and she definitely has a candidate. Look at this, their romance bar is almost like fully full, and they're still only just now having their first kiss. But while they're doing that, I feel like it would be kind of cute while they're here to maybe like draw a little heart in the sand. Oh, look at them, they're so cute together. But she could draw that and be like see, that's for us, and that's so cute. Oh, that's so adorable. But it looks like they're coming back to the party, because they were away from it for like a little bit too long, so it is a little bit awkward, but they're still dancing like together. I see Chastity's definitely watching in the background. But with that, I think I'm just gonna end this episode here. Everything was just like so amazing. I'm really happy that we did this wedding, and I'm really happy that these two are having a good time doing a lot of book research, right? There's nothing else to it. But if you want to see what happens in the next episode, you can click it right here, and if the next episode is not out yet, here is something to watch while you wait. See you there.